I first off want to say that I thank each and every single one of you for coming out today. This is incredibly an important day, and a day of reflection, really, on what happened this summer, as well as the work that has been put in, I'm sure, by each and every single one of you in some way or form. And so, admittedly, Tiara Mack is still in session, so she's one of our speakers, but I just first off want to say that, today is really a day of remembrance for, everybody get a little bit closer, come on now, don't be scared. There we go. Today is a day of remembrance of George Floyd as he was murdered by the state, by the police officer named David Chauvin. And I just want to be clear that justice is black people not dying at the hands of the police, okay? Justice looks like ending state-sanctioned violence, ending systemic problems that cause inequalities in housing, education, and most importantly, policing. And we must look to reinvest into those areas that need it the most, instead of pouring more funds into policing and less funds into our necessary services. And so at this time, I would ask everyone to have a moment of silence in honor of George. Thank you. All right, well, today we're here to not only honor George Floyd, but most importantly, we seek accountability in this state, all right? Now there's this thing, I don't know if you all heard of it, but there's this thing called Leobor. Raise your hand if you guys are familiar with Leobor. Oh, this is a very educated crowd here.
We gotta go, that's what we know.
That's right. Now for those who don't know, Leobor also stands for the Law Enforcement Bill of Rights. The Law Enforcement Bill of Rights is an extra set of protections to law enforcement that allows them to get special privileges, just like if they were to murder a black person in the street. Now, most of you know that there were a testimony in which 75 to 100 people came out and testified against Leobor. Can we give that a round of applause, please? And so the question now becomes, does the Judiciary Committee, specifically Senator Coyne and Senator Archibald, do they want to listen to the community and put this for a vote? All right, because the way Leobor works is unless it passes the Judiciary Committee, then it won't be put forth to vote. Okay, so I want everybody to understand that if this does not pass, it's because the Judiciary Committee and the people that are in the Judiciary Committee, like Senator Archibald, like Senator Coyne, do not want this to pass. All right, so we must mobilize, we must listen to each other, we must build together. All right, I see a lot of folks. I see Corey Jones in the crowd. Can we give it up for Corey Jones? Corey Jones is our former executive director. He is now the policy advisor in this building for equity, justice, and opportunity. And he is one of the people that I'm going to mention now that are fighting for our communities. Can we give another round of applause to Corey? To the left of Corey, we have Dan Denver, the leader of Reclaim Rhode Island. All right. Now, Dan is someone who I met just recently. When I mean just recently, I mean a couple of months ago, which is relative to a lot of the work that everybody's been doing is pretty recent. And Dan, I've been working with on legalizing marijuana and making it equitable and just for our communities of color. And that means being able to expunge all the records of people in prison due to marijuana charges. That also means creating worker co-ops so privatization doesn't happen and where black and brown communities don't reap the benefits of legalizing marijuana. I also want to acknowledge our first ever and co-founder, executive director, Joyce Wise. Joyce, very much like Corey, built this foundation. She built this PAC, and I am eternally grateful to every single thing that Joyce has done for not only me, but the PAC. Give a round of applause to Joyce. We also have the MVP, our senior advisor, Corinne. Can we give it up for Corinne? Corinne comes from a long family of activists in the community. Her family members were a part of the Black Panther Party, and anything that you need in the community, go to Corinne or go to any of us, and we can steer you in the right direction. So I just want to acknowledge a couple of people that have been doing amazing work on the PAC. Joyce, are you ready to talk? There's really no way for me to be like, hey, are you ready? At this time, give it up for Joyce Wise.